Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Concept is a party game that has gone mass market. You can buy this game at the stores. I'm told it's a pretty hefty $50 now, which doesn't really match the components you get in the game, but that's okay if you have a pretty good party game. What Concept gives you is charades in a box using pictures. I think when you play this game, you're kind of be like, what? And I was just really surprised that a game like this could be produced and people would like it and want to buy it. It has absolutely nothing that I want to play in a game. It really felt kind of weird how the pictures were used, and sometimes you can guess it and figure out what they were trying to say, but a lot of times, I mean, the rule book is just horrendous, and the fact that it never stops and people are just not getting what's being put down, it continues to go until somebody figures it out. And that was really frustrating to me. I think the game would be better with a timer to say, you have 5 minutes to figure it out or nobody scores any points. Because I really feel like the idea of it going on forever. Now, it never went on forever, and maybe that's why there's not a timer, but it just seemed like a complete waste of time. That could literally never end. Concept, while a lot of people at the table had a pretty good time with it, and other people really liked it, it is not a game for me. This is not a game that I'm going to enjoy at all. Now, I do like some party games. We had played like Coup earlier in the evening. I consider that a party game, and it went over very well. Everybody had a good time. We had a good time because of the company we were with. I don't think the game brought about a good time. Although there were some funny moments, I just felt like there could have been something better we were playing. This is for a completely different gamer than me, so take that with a grain of salt. An absolute purge. I am actually giving it to somebody I played the game with who really, really wanted it. They can have it and they can keep it as long as they don't ask me to play it with them. Purge. Here's what you get inside the box of Concept. You're going to get a board. Well, these player matches you're going to get are pretty neat because they give you the icons and possible explanations for all the icons. And there's a few of these. You can spread them out over the players and they can share these. You're going to get a terrible rule book that doesn't really explain how to play the game at all, but does have a lot of examples inside of it. You are going to get a pretty neat little insert with all this stuff that comes in it. Everything kind of fits pretty well in here. Then you're going to get this board that is bizarre, to say the least, of all the different little icons. And you get these little plastic things that you'll be using. You're going to get some scoring chits and translucent cubes. And you're going to get some cards. This is your classic little word game card where it has a few words on it. That's really all it is. So those are the components. Everything is great. It's good for this abstract party game that it is, I suppose. I found the rules for Concept to be a tremendous mess. The fact that there wasn't any way to end a round without guessing it correctly. The scoring was very difficult to understand. The rules were really not even explained. I had to watch a video to kind of see what was going on. Luckily, somebody at the table had played it before and kind of had a vague awareness of what was going on. But like the different colors, it was never explained in the rules. If it was explained in the examples, I didn't read every single example. I rarely, if ever, do that. But I don't feel like rules should be explained in the example. The example should clarify the rules. So, I don't know. This is for you. I found the rules just to be a mess. I'm not sure it even really matters if you play it correctly. It's just an activity. It's not a game. So you're going to have two types of victory points. You're going to have the double light bulb and the single. If you are the one that guesses correctly, you get the double light bulb. If you're the person giving the clues, you get the single. Once 12 of these are taken, the game is over. Let's set that aside. So here's how the game is going to play. Each card is going to have 3 difficulty levels: easy, medium, and hard. And you're just going to pick one of these. You're supposed to get the player next to you to work as a team. So let's say I picked Austin Powers. So we would be working, trying to get the other players to guess Austin Powers. So we would use these to place on the board and maybe say, oh, it's a male. Then I would do the green to say, oh, it's a human who is from whatever. So I'm trying to lead them towards that. If I wanted to start a different path and say, well, it's also a movie, and so you're going to use the big ones that kind of give like an overview, and then the yellow ones are going to say, well, it's connected to the yellow one. So it's a movie of a fictional character, and you're just narrowing it down by doing that. There's no end. You just keep playing until eventually somebody guesses it, I suppose. There's no way to end a turn other than that. You might say, you can use any of these things, and even though you have the cheat sheet that kind of tells you what they're supposed to be, they can mean whatever you want it to mean. So that's the game until somebody guesses it. When 12 of these are awarded, the game ends, and you count up your victory points, and you win. But the whole game is this party thing of trying to guess what things are. Who should buy this game? Likely party. People like to play party games, partiers. Very light gamers. Maybe you want to play this at Thanksgiving with the family who don't play games. For me, it was an absolute total miss. I don't ever want to play this game again. If you asked me to play this game, I would probably say no. I'd rather play on my phone or play a video game or watch a TV show or movie. There's a lot of things I'd rather do than play this game again. Concept is when I will ultimately purge, and I rate it very, very lowly. I would recommend you not to touch this game. If you want a party game, there are much better party games on the market. Or heck, just play charade with your hands and legs or whatever you do to play charades, and you don't need this board and these pictures to do so. Take a look at Codenames instead. It's so much better than this game. Purge, hated it, will never play it again. Please don't ask me.